I need more money. He could get wheel kicked. The chance of it happening, not good.
Hey,
but he could get wheel kicked. So that's why he goes like, dude, I need as much money as possible.
Well, he's not going to get wheel kicked against Nurmagomedov.
He
but
could eat a huge right hand
Barboza.
and he'd never change it.
He fought
never
Barboza. He beat him.
Yeah.
You know? That Barboza fight was amazing.
That was amazing.
Good fight.
Oh, Tony's so fun. Tony Ferguson is one of my favorite guys to watch for sure.
Hell yeah.
He's so fun. He's like you said, he's a straight
I hope they
barbarian.
figure it out.
He is, man.
What's going on with that? Because I saw he posted Instagram that he's in Big Bear.
He's in Big Bear with his family, enjoying the snow.
Oh, just chilling? He's not training?
Yeah. No.
I thought he was going up there to train.
No,
I was
that
like,
was just
I got
just a
all
family
hopeful.
thing.
I thought it was on. Got hopeful.
Not that I know of. Not that I know of. But
You know what they're trying to do?
What?
They're trying to do Aldo and Nurmagomedov for a fucking interim 155. And I'm like, how do you have a 155 interim when Conor just won the 155 a week ago?
What about Max, though? What about Max Holloway?
Poor
is
Max
the intern.
Holloway. Well, he's got the interim 145.
Such a shit show.
And Holloway
I don't
is the
give
one
a
interim.
because Aldo versus Nurmagomedov is sick.
Yeah,
sick.
Yeah, it's a great fight.
Great
Aldo
fight.
versus especially when you see what happened with Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson stunned Khabib. You know, he stung him. He hit him and stung him. And Michael Johnson, with all due respect, is nowhere near the striker that Jose Aldo is. Jose Aldo's on a totally different
You
level.
think Jose's as powerful as Johnson?
It's a very
Explosive?
good question because he's not as big. He's been fighting at 145 his whole career, and he's going to be fighting a fucking gorilla. I mean, they ain't nobody.
Russian gorilla.
There's a difference between Johnson's bottom game and Aldo's bottom game.
100%.
I'm assuming.
No, 100%. Not even
100%.
close.
Aldo's will be way better.
Way
also,
better.
Aldo's kicks, they're a giant factor because if Aldo, who has amazing takedown defense, fucking amazing.
Some of the
Aldo
best
has some of the
against
best
the cage of all
takedown
time.
defense. So he's also got fucking nasty leg kicks. So if Nurmagomedov moves at him, what is this?
Who is this?
Who is this? What are you showing me here? Khabib Nurmagomedov slams UFC for lying to the fans about Jose Aldo, demands relevant fight against Turner. Why is he saying he's lying to the fans?
Let's see.
Let's see what he says here.
Oh, shit.
No, it'll come back on. This goddamn screen, dude. It's clear to everyone that you hiding Conor from me, but stop lying to your fans like I don't want fight with Aldo. I'm ready to fight with anyone in my division. Give me relevant fight so you won't. First of all, take your phone away from your sister. Somebody got this phone and making.
No, he's definitely doing it.
Do you think he's right?
The broken English is so rough, but I love it. It makes it more gangster.
Okay, you've never matched up. What is it? I can't see that, Jamie. This thing's in front of it. Oh, you never matched up two guys with a 9-8 win streak in UFC. Never in UFC history. Okay, that doesn't mean anything. See, here's the problem.
Sorry,
I see
Tony
what he's
Ferguson
saying.
is too expensive.
I see what he's saying, but let me explain why he's wrong. They need big, relevant fights to sell pay-per-views right now.
That's all they care about.
And here's the deal. The UFC was purchased for $4 billion.
Billion,
Imagine if you bought you own a place, right?
Correct.
You own your house.
Yeah.
You know what a mortgage is.
Sure do.
Mortgages are pretty cunty. You look at them every month and go, Jesus. You know, now if you have a mortgage for a nice house and you spend $1 million, that's a fucking nut you got to make every month, man. You got to think about it. You got to go, okay, we got the mortgages covered. All right. And then you move on with all the other bills, right?
Tell me about it, son.
Imagine a $4 billion house. What kind of fucking mortgage?
And how do we pay the bills? By doing huge fights.
Huge
So we
fights.
got to figure some
Huge
shit out.
fights.
Interim. Everybody get a
And
belt.
the reality is John Jones is suspended, and John Jones isn't even the champ right now. So when he comes back, he's not even fighting for a world title unless he fights for the world title. So you got to have DC has got to be healthy, or you got to have John fight for an interim because they're just throwing interims out like they're fucking flyers that they put on your car when dudes are trying to like sell car washes.
It's a good time to be in the
And
UFC.
dog,
Yeah.
and my brother, if they don't start getting these fucking cards selling, they're going to be another season of Fear Factor is going to be added on pretty soon.
No, there's
listen.
not. No, there's not. You're gonna see CM Punk versus some Brad Pitt shit just to sell pay-per-views or some shit.
They'll do something, dog.
I don't know what they're going to do. Who knows if I'll be
But
even
you know
there
what,
for
man?
it. But when you look at like the title picture, who like that card that they have in Brooklyn. I mean, that's a pay-per-view card, and it looks like an FS1 card right now. I'm sure they're going to juice it up. They'll get more. But
You
it's
better be a diehard fan
Yeah.
to pay $60 for that shit.
It's hard. It's hard to make those cards. So I think we kind of nailed it when we were talking about it earlier. Like, what guys sell pay-per-views? I think Woodley is a bigger star now that he beat Wonder Boy, but he still wants that
Not a
big
pay-per-view, Joe.
And like Dana and I were having this conversation. It's like, you can't have Nick Diaz. He goes, Nick Diaz hasn't won a fight since 2011. You can't have him step in and just go right up to the title
It
and
sells,
fight.
though.
That's what I said. I said, but I want to see it. And he goes, I want to see it too, but you can't just
Can't
do that.
sell it. Well, no one's going to take the sport serious if you give a guy who hasn't won since 2011 or 12, give him a title shot. Fans are like, come on, bro.
You
this
say
is
that,
so...
but I think they missed the boat if they wanted to make the fucking big money. It's Nick Diaz versus Conor McGregor.
No, he's too big, brother. He's too.
Whatever.
Come on.
They fight at 170.
Oh, come on. No, his
Conor
brother was
fought at
too big for
170.
him. His brother was too big for him.
Do you think he's too big?
Way too big.
I think that talk is nonsense because Conor's the 155-pound champ. Nate fought at 155 most of his career. He fought at 170 a couple of times, and he's undersized. Dong Young Kim beat him at 170.
He's a legit 170er, though.
Rory
Especially
McDonald
now. He's
beat him at
older now,
170.
too.
Maybe, but he fights 155 easy. He looked great against Michael McDonald at 55. Tyron Woodley
looked great
can't make
against Michael
55
Johnson.
if his fucking life depends on it. Tyron Woodley's not making 55.
I know, and he's
So
entertaining that
the
fight.
champ can't make 155 at 170. Nate can. So Nate is not a real 170.
Now, here's to your point, and Dana's point. He hasn't won a fight since 2011, and you have Conor, your cash cow, fight this monster who hasn't won forever.
It's a great story.
It really is.
I love a great
I would
story.
watch it.
Big brother steps in. Come on,
I would
son.
watch it. I would watch it, man. But to your point, they have to figure something out to get these stars.
It doesn't matter.
Because you can't do it overnight.
To me, it doesn't matter. You put Nick Diaz for what he's done out of respect. Who's going to complain? Really?
Well,
And
apparently
if
they offered
do-
Nick Diaz Robbie Lawler, and Nick passed on it. That's the word. That's the word behind the scenes.
Interesting.
Maybe I'm not supposed to say that, but I wanted to see that fight. I would love to
too.
see that rematch. But I think Nick wants a fucking title fight. You know, I think Nick is like, look, I want a big name or a title fight.
I love how they make these demands now.
He's got
I love
money.
it.
Nick made some money. He's not ridiculous. He doesn't spend it all.
Well, how about Nate? I'm not answering the call unless it's $20 million.
Yeah, we talked about
Get
that.
him, son.
We talked about that recently in the podcast. I was like, well, let's break this down because, like, let's say they do 1 million pay-per-view buys, which is like top end, right? There's only a few people that have ever sold 1 million. It's like Brock, Ronda, Conor. That's it. Okay,
it.
1 million is top of the food chain. So 1 million pay-per-view buys at $60. That's you're taking 1/3 right off the bat for Nate. It's really hard to justify giving someone $20 million for a
UFC's
fight.
not going to do that.
It's going to be real hard. And then obviously
Conor could demand that.
Conor's like one of the only guys that can get that kind of money.